Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Infusion TV. My name's Karn Hall and I will be your host for what will be your entertainment interactive events guide, filling you in on everything around New Zealand, Aotearoa, gigs, parties and etc. This issue number 154 Infusion is out on the streets now, so make sure you pick that up. In this podcast we cover Drop the Bass. We've got some footage from that party, Infusion and Heineken Hamilton party going off in H-Town. That was off the hook night, make sure you check that out. Timmy Schumacher gets interviewed. We talk to the breaks man himself and find out what's going on in the breaks scene. DJ Danley gets interviewed and busts out some pretty freaky sounds for you to check out and maybe record and play to the native wildlife. And latest events information and of course giveaways coming to you at the end of this podcast, so make sure you watch right till the end. Tell all your friends, subscribe, www.infusionmag.co.nz. Okay, so events we've got covered in this podcast. Drop the Bass. It went down. We seen Katie there. She interviewed Richard Launch, and we also got some footage from the event, so why don't you check it out?
I'm sitting here with none other than the notorious Richard Launch. Now, believe it or not, creatures of the night do make it out into the sunshine sometimes. You're pretty lucky, in fact. New Zealand doesn't always turn out the best kind of weather when we've got internationals visiting. In fact, more often than not, Auckland is, well, fairly renowned for dumping a bucket load of rain on us, so maybe they knew you were coming. Yeah. What are you looking forward to about the most for Drop the Bass on Friday?
I'm just looking forward to seeing how New Zealanders party. I haven't played out here before, so looking forward to getting stuck in and
because you've been here
tunes
before, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, but just for a holiday though.
Good stuff. Okay, so you started DJing, well, after your sister introduced you to it?
That was it, yes. Yeah. Well, she had a party in our basement, and I was quite young at the time, and
how old were you?
I was in primary school. I was really young, and I just remember sticking my head around the door and just seeing what was going on, and she invited some of her DJ friends around, and I don't know, kind of caught the bug from that, really.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So did you hang around your sister's boyfriends and things like that?
Oh, a little bit, you know. You kind of do that when you're a bit younger, so, but I don't know, I stole all her music and started listening to that and just kind of developed my own taste from that.
You grew up down here, like down our hemisphere.
Yes, yeah.
In Aussie,
in Sydney,
obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't the most British of accents.
Not at all,
you
no.
haven't noticed. Do you think that's influenced your taste in music at all? Or?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not too sure.
No? Do you think it makes a difference when you're playing in London that you're playing to a London crowd? Do you think you're going to be able to pedal the same music that you do over there?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite transparent that way. Where you like music I play in London, I can play anywhere else. Might have to change it slightly, but it's usually quite universal.
And you're also known for playing more than one style of music. You do funky as well as hard house. Is that are you trying to be versatile, or is it just that your tastes are quite broad?
No, I've been sticking to house for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I did play a bit of hard dance when I first sort of started DJing over here, but I kind of thought I needed to sort of concentrate on one style, and things have progressed really well since I've started doing that. So more sort of electro house I'm playing nowadays, and sort of a bit of prog as well.
So how would you coin the Richard Launch sound?
I'd say I play a lot of music that's got lots of energy. I like to have it quite pumping, big bass lines, nice dirty bass lines, and some good percussion as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you think about the live music trend at the moment? Because I mean, it's sort of constantly in the music world, you've sort of got people swinging from DJs to bands, bands to DJs, and now it seems like people are trying to incorporate the element of the competition into their own. Do you think that it's necessary for club music to have a live element to it?
I really like it actually. There's a few bands over in London that I really enjoy going to see, and they probably play better than DJs do when they do a live set in a club. There's a band called The Bays. I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but they just play. They don't practice. They don't put out any music. They just jam for an hour and a half, and it's quite organic and it's really good. Yeah.
That's cool. So what are your top 3 tracks at the moment?
Top 3 tracks that's doing the business is the Di Ramirez remix of Lost, Roger Sanchez.
Just here?
Yep. What else? Rob Mooney, She's a Trip. And third one would be Chris Lake Release. It's been out for a while, but it's still sort of doing some damage.
And is any one of those one that you'd pick as a soundtrack to summer?
Soundtrack to summer.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. Probably no, probably not those. Not one of those three.
No.
Yeah. D. Ramirez remix of Yeah is quite huge. And
You're a big fan of his?
yes, yeah. Been a big fan of his for a few years now. So.
Who else do you look to internationally?
Internationally, well, most of the big name DJs. Like I saw Carl Cox play a 4-hour set recently, and that blew me away. And it's just so much energy. And he played techno, but it's really good to listen to some different music for a change. And yeah, it's quite good. And just most of the bigger DJs that sort of swing by London and try and see.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, now just a couple of quick fire questions. Egg, sunny side, up or down?
I like them poached.
Poached?
Yeah, I don't fry
Poached?
eggs. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Summer or winter?
Summer, obviously.
Lights on or off?
Depends on the mood.
Good stuff. Thanks for having a chat to us.
Thanks for having me.
Don't go anywhere. Whew, it's been exciting. See you at Drop the Bass. We've been talking about it for weeks, and now it's finally here. Ulterior Motive is going to drop the bass. Apparently each one of these trucks is worth $500,000, so I'm not allowed on them with my heels. So I'll take my heels where I can use them out onto the dance floor with you guys. See you inside. What's your name?
Eunice.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about airbrush tattoo?
Well, airbrush tattoo are skin safe. They're waterproof and they last from about 3 to 7 days. Yeah, and they don't hurt.
Which is the best part about it, of course. Now see if you can guess what I'm getting. We've got some stencils and hopefully it turns out all right. Okay.
Okay, so that was Drop the Bass. First big electro production by the Drop the Bass boys. Very well done. Excellent production, great night. Hope to see more from those guys in the future. So what else have we been up to? We've been down in Hamilton Saturday the 11th of November for the Heineken Music and Infusion House Sessions, which went down at very cool clubs down there in H-Town, Lofton, Secure.